Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. If you're new, then welcome to this channel. Well, I'm back with one more interesting video, and today we are going to talk about Python fundamentals. These are really important because fundamentals will act as building blocks and will be a strong base for your coding. So let's start with these fundamentals. So we are going to learn about variables in Python, constants in Python, sentences or lines, and even comments in Python. So yeah, let's start with variables in Python. Alright, let's start with something super important, which is variables. So think of variables like storage boxes. Yeah, like the ones you use at home. You can label the box and throw anything inside. If you want to change what's inside later, you can do that, no problem. In Python, variables work exactly like that. They are just the names we give to the values, so we can reuse them in our code. Like for example, if you open your editor, coding editor, and for example I'm creating a new file called variable.py, and here I'm going to create a variable called snack. And I am adding chocolate in this, and when you print the snack, what happens? What can be the output? I want you to pause at this particular point and please comment down the output. Don't worry, I'm gonna go through it, I'm gonna see it. If you still have any doubts, you can just pause at the moment and you can just still add your comment, and I'm going to go there and check. So when you run this, I'm using this run Python button, and it will give you the chocolate. You can do something like, you can go to the command prompt and you can still do the same thing as we have discussed this before. So you just have to say variable.py and it will still work for you. So you're printing the snack, not the exact chocolate. That's the difference. So what you're doing here, you're just creating a variable called snack, and you told Python it holds the word chocolate, and when you print it, Python gives you back the chocolate. Easy, right? And now here is the cool part. Variables can change. Like for example, you don't like chocolate and you like chips maybe, and you can just add chips here, and when you run the code, and you will see chips as output this time. So if you suddenly want to turn the chocolate into chips, you can do that. And Python is like, okay boss, update it. I updated chocolate to chips. Cool, right? So this is all about what exactly a variable. A variable is something like a label to the box that you give. Like for example, there is a box named snack, and you kept inside the chocolate you kept chocolate inside the box named snacks, and whenever you want snacks, whenever you want chocolate, you will just use the word snack and you will get your chocolate. And the good thing is, you can change the chocolate to chips or any other snack that you like, and you can just change the value here, and it will reflect immediately when you print the name snack. I hope you understood what exactly is a variable. And one more thing is, we use variables in multiple times, in multiple ways, in whenever you are declaring a code, or whenever you want to add numbers, and whenever you want to save someone's name. So variable plays really a very important role when dealing with the huge operations. In the upcoming chapters, you will understand how we use variable. And one more important thing is, you have to give a meaningful name whenever you are creating a variable. Like for example, when you are storing customer's name, you can keep customer name. Whenever you are giving customer's age, I would say customer's age. So you have to give a meaningful name in such a way that variable itself will define its value. Like, okay, this particular variable is holding a snack item. This particular variable is holding a person's name, a person's age, a person's date of birth, something like that. So variable is really important. Always try to keep in mind that give a useful, meaningful name that you can understand and you can work on it as easy as possible. So giving a meaningful name also helps the developers. Like for example, if two members are working and I kept a variable name as a equal to 100, and now the other developer will come and see, and he or she will be like, what exactly is a, what it is holding, what its meaning, what does it mean? So that's how they feel whenever they see or go through your code. So that's the value of giving a meaningful name. So in Python, how do you declare a variable? In Python, you can declare a variable by assigning a value to a chosen name, and you do not need to explicitly give any data type. So in Python, that's how you will declare a variable, by just giving a value to the name that you have given. So you don't have to give any data type before assigning the value, and because Python will understand it all, as I said before. So this is how Python will actually determine the variable, and it will understand the type of the variable. Okay, now let's talk about constants in Python. These are values that you don't want to change. Python doesn't have any strict rule for constants like some other languages, because by the convention we write constants in all caps to remind ourselves, like, hey, don't mess with this. Like for example, I think you're getting my point. Constant is actually a value that you cannot change, that you can never change. Like for example, in maths we have a value called pi, right? The value of pi is 3.14, and you cannot change that value because it is already there and it is already determined, and you can never change the value of pi. So we can say that as a constant. So like that, we have many constants in science and maths. So whenever you are dealing with the constants, whenever you want to give a value that can never be changed either by you or any other developer out there, so at that time you can give something like constants. So you don't use any keyword, as I said before, before giving any data type, like here constant integer equal to, or maybe constant pi equal to 3.14. You don't have to give that, you don't have to do that, because Python will actually understand that it's already a constant. You don't have to explicitly, you don't have to call by yourself, you just have to give it like this. Now Python will understand, okay, this is a constant, because we are writing constants in capital letters, caps. Okay, so whenever you're giving a variable in caps, then Python will understand by itself that it is a constant. Okay, so this is how the constant will be, and you will never change the value of a constant. Whenever you're giving any value in capitals, even the person who is working with you will understand that, okay, this can never be changed because this is a constant. So that's the difference between variable and constant. The value of variable can be changed anytime at any case, but constant, you can never change that. But the concept of constant is actually for ourselves, to understand for us, because we are telling ourselves and anyone else who reads that particular code that this value shouldn't be changed. Technically Python will still let you change the value of pi, but that would be like breaking your own rule, right? Trust me, in the future you'll be really annoyed, like, what's going on here? You can still change it, but it's for us. The concept itself is for us. I hope you guys will remember, variables are changeable boxes like age, and constants are fixed values like max uses 100. So here are some of the examples of numerical constants that you can still understand, like can be represented either in floating point or even in integer float. and here you see text constants are represented using single quotes and double quotes. There is not much difference, but you can still see, but you just have to tell your developer, tell your team that it's a constant. There is no change in the difference. It's a variable still, but it can be a constant. And there you go. That's how variables and constants work in Python. It's super simple, right? You'll be using them all the time as you start building your own programs. And if this made sense so far, give this video a quick like, and because it helps a lot. And hey, if you're still just getting started with Python, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next parts where you go deeper in Python basics. Think you're ready for the next one, right? Let's roll then. See you in the next one.